Hello friends, welcome back to Cook Recipes with Nasreen. I'm immensely happy to share with you all that we have successfully crossed 1000 subscribers and it is all because of you. I would like to thank wholeheartedly each and everyone for extending their support and motivating me, especially my family, my friends, and last but not the least, my subscribers. Thank you so much for all the likes, comments, and shares as it pumped me to do more. Although it's just 1000 subscribers when compared to millions of other YouTubers, I am overjoyed as this is the first milestone that every newbie aims to achieve. It's like a dream come true for me as you all have made it possible just in 2 months since I started. I'm really grateful that you liked my videos and I request you to continue supporting the same way, and in return I'll take you through the delightful tour of simple and authentic recipes. So once again, thank you so much and please stay tuned. On this special day, I would like to celebrate by sharing the Chennai style mutton biryani with a lot of tips which will help you in making biryani like a pro. So do watch the video until end, and first time visitors please subscribe and also click the bell icon to never miss an update. So let's start the Chennai style mutton biryani. To make the yummiest biryani, I suggest you to always buy shoulder and rib portion of mutton, and also take a note that the total weight of the goat should be 10 kg or less. Only then the meat will be light pink in color, unlike reddish, and also tender when cooked. For today's biryani, I have got 2 kg of mutton and then 2 kg of long grain basmati rice. Always the quantity of rice and meat should be equal. Only then the biryani will be tasty enough. We need to soak the rice for half an hour, but not now. I'll let you know when to soak. Let's check out the other ingredients. Oil will require 400 ml, and this depends upon the fat of meat. If the meat is lean, then you'll require 500 ml of oil. Next we have 8 cloves, 8 cardamoms, and 4 cinnamon sticks sized 2-inch each. Next we need 200 grams of thick yogurt or curd, either homemade or store-bought, 8 medium-sized tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of salt, 8 medium-sized onions which are already thinly sliced by me, and then juice of 2 medium-sized lemons. You can skip the lemon if the curd is sour enough. 2 tablespoons of Kashmiri red chili powder, 2 tablespoons of garlic paste, and 2 tablespoons of ginger paste. Among greens, I have taken a handful of coriander leaves and a handful of mint leaves and some 4 to 5 green chilies. I have taken a biryani pot and filled 3/4 of the pot with water and let it heat. Alongside we will start preparing the yakhni. Heat a pot and add 400 ml of oil, 8 cardamoms, 8 cloves and 4 cinnamon sticks, and then 8 medium-sized thinly sliced onions. We will saute the onions until they turn golden brown in color. And regarding soaking the rice, there are 2 instances when we can soak the rice. If you are gonna pressure cook the meat, then you can soak the rice while the onions get fried. Else we need to soak after we add mutton to the pan, as it will take 30 to 35 minutes for the meat to get tender. On the whole, the rice should not be soaked for more than 30 to 40 minutes. Now the onions have turned beautifully golden. We'll add 2 tablespoons of ginger paste and 2 tablespoons of garlic paste and saute them well. We'll add 2 tablespoons of Kashmiri red chili powder. Adding the chili powder at this stage gives a beautiful color. You can also use regular chili powder but reduce the quantity as it will be hot. Add 2 tablespoons of salt followed by few mint leaves and few coriander leaves, and then mix them well. Adding the greens at this stage enhances the aroma of biryani. Now let's add 200 grams or a cup of thick yogurt and stir well to avoid lumps. Now we'll add thinly sliced 8 medium-sized tomatoes. I have mentioned all the ingredients in numbers rather than weights because I feel that beginners will find it difficult if I mention in weights, say for example 800 grams of tomatoes or 10 grams of chili powder, etc. Okay, now it's time to cover the lid and cook for 5 minutes until the tomatoes turn soft and mushy. It's 5 minutes now, let's open it. The oil has oozed out well. Let's add the mutton now. Be careful while adding the meat. Add little by little, else it will splatter. Mix it well with the yakhni and then add 800 ml of water, that is 4 cups of boiling hot water. Because hot water will speed up the process of cooking. Alongside, I will soak the rice while the mutton cooks. Finally, add 4 to 5 green chilies and then cover and cook for 30 minutes under medium to low heat. It has been 30 minutes now. Let's open and check how far the meat has cooked. I will transfer the piece of meat to a saucer plate and add few drops of water as it is damn hot. Yes, the meat is perfectly tender. Now let's check for salt. The salt is also perfect. Finally, we will add the juice of 2 lemons and then give a good mix. Now I'm gonna give a special touch to make this biryani taste exactly like a wedding biryani or dekh ki biryani. Let's place a hot coal and add a spoon of ghee. Cover it and cook it for about a minute to get the smoky flavor. This is entirely optional, you can skip it if you don't wish to. Now it's been 1 minute. Let's remove the coal with the help of a holder. The yakhni is all done. Let's set it aside. Now let's move to prepare the rice. The water in the biryani pot has started to boil well. Now it's time to add the crystal salt. You can add the salt as per taste. Add enough salt such that it tastes like seawater. Add 2 tablespoons of oil to the boiling water. This helps the rice to stay non-sticky. I had soaked 2 kg of basmati rice earlier when I added the mutton to the yakhni. It has been 40 minutes now. Give this a good stir for the salt to dissolve and then add rice little by little. Do not stir immediately after adding the rice, as we have soaked the rice for about 40 minutes. So let this cook for about 2 minutes. So cover the lid and wait for about 2 minutes. The flame should be high all the time. Now it has been 2 minutes. Let's open it and give a gentle stir such that we don't break the rice. Now let's wait for 5 to 8 minutes and check if the rice is cooked. It is 70% done and ready to drain after 2 minutes. Drain the rice and add half the quantity of rice to the pot and keep half the quantity in the strainer. Spread the layer of meat over the rice and then pour the yakhni. Look at the beautiful color of the yakhni. I have not used any food color. It's just the Kashmiri red chili powder and the color of the tomatoes. Add the remaining rice in the strainer on top of it. As a finishing touch, add 2 tablespoons of ghee to enrich the flavor of biryani. Now gently fluff it so that the rice gets evenly coated with the yakhni. Because this is how the authentic Chennai style biryani looks like. The rice will be evenly colored. Cover and let it cook in its own steam for about 15 minutes under low heat. It's 10 minutes now since I turned off the heat. Let's open it. Yes, the Chennai style mutton biryani is perfectly done and ready to serve. Serve it hot with raita and salad. Finally, it's time to taste. You can see the meat is so soft and tender. The secret to a best tasting biryani is meat, and this is one such biryani. The rice has nicely absorbed the flavors of yakhni and the smoky flavor reminds me of Dekh Ki biryani. I'm going to celebrate the 1000 subscriber milestone with my family with this yummy biryani. And you too enjoy it and comment me how it turned out for you. Hope you all liked it. Thank you so much for watching until end. Also please do subscribe and hit like, comment and share with family and friends. See you all with another recipe. Until then, stay safe, stay happy and feast yourselves, dear foodies.